Hi, I got a question, and maybe somebody out there can answer it for me or knows of somebody, and they could send this video out to them or just share it with all your friends, and maybe somebody in your network will have an answer for me. Uh, as you know, many of you know, several months ago, Dominic, Phyllis's brother, died. Phyllis had power of attorney, and one of the things she did was she changed the mailing address to our house so that all his mail would come to us, including his Bank of America statements, which banks did. And one of the things they showed was that he had a checking account balance of $33.95. So Phyllis contacted the local branch here in East Haven and said, she had a power of attorney and that she wanted to come down there and withdraw that money and put it in so that we could settle up his affairs. Uh, Basically, they told her, no, she can't do this. She can't take the money, even with the power of attorney. And so that money has been sitting there for over a year. We continue to get statements showing this balance. And basically, what Phyllis has been told is don't worry about it. Eventually, it'll just disappear. Well, that means it's going to disappear someplace in Bank of America and not to reimburse some of the expenses that Dominic had or that we laid out on his behalf so we could settle his estate. And so my question is, does that sound practical that Bank of America will not reissue a withdrawal to someone who had his power of attorney, and basically we have a death certificate, obviously, and they have the right to just keep this, and eventually it'll just disappear. I'm thinking it's not right, and I certainly would love to hear from somebody who knows the facts and maybe put me in touch with somebody who can resolve this issue because these statements keep coming to our house, and obviously it's kind of aggravating. If not to Phyllis, it certainly is to me every time she shows me one when it comes in. Um, I'm thinking, there must be 300 million people in this country. If 10% of them do business with Bank of America, that's 30 million people. And if 10% of those have personal checking accounts with Bank of America, that's 3 million accounts. And obviously, we're all going to die at some point. So if they're keeping the balances of those accounts for themselves, that could be a significant amount of money. So in fact, here we're close at $33.95 balance. If they all had the same balance like that, which obviously they wouldn't, that's a lot of money for them to be keeping. And it's what, over $9 million they're keeping, and eventually it'll just disappear. And so, again, I would appreciate it if you reached out to either Phyllis or myself if you know the answer, or if you don't, if you could share this with your network of friends and see maybe they have an answer. Somebody out there must know what the right answer is, because I don't believe that not worrying about it and it will disappear is the right thing to do.